of all, he spoke a word of value to her. You know why I say that? Because he said, first thing he said to her, woman. Yeah, woman. A dignified word, woman. He was telling her, look, I know other people have called you some other things. All right. But I call you woman. I call you what you really are and really can be. And that's what I like about God. And one thing that ought to be going on in the midst of God's people is we ought to be trying to say something that will help people to see their value. Not their vice, but their value. You can be even more valuable once the Lord is in your life. Greater is He. Is it? I mean, once God get it, June love, woo! Yes, Lord! Look what God can do. So he spoke a word of value to him. And the next time you about to open your mouth, next time you about to open your mouth, ask yourself, is what I'm about to say going to make this person feel valued? Folk can sometimes live a couple of weeks on the right lane, coming out of somebody else. He said, woman. Word of God. But then I'm telling you words he spoke. He spoke a word of victory. Because then he said, thou art loose, or thou art freed, or thou art set free, let out of, run up from, binding from. He spoke a word of victory. Oh, you may be losing now and feel like a loser. But Jesus can move you from defeat to victory. Put you on the winning side. He said, woman, thou art loose. Hear the word. Heed the word. You said, what's that got to do with it? Oh, you haven't heard? You don't recognize it. Do you know that if you take the word of God and meditate on it day and night, that according to the word, then you will make your way prosperous, and thou shalt have good success. Then he spoke a word last of all to the villain. Because in verse 15, you know, the ruler of the synagogue, the fellow Lord had better say, the fellow that was in charge, according to verse 14, got mad because Jesus healed the woman on the Sabbath day. And all that, and he starts quoting the law to the lawgiver. Y'all get that on the way home. He didn't know who he was talking to. He needed to recognize. He didn't know that was the one that gave Moses the law, standing there in his synagogue, wrapped up in human flesh. And he told the one who told Moses to tell the rest of them. Let me tell you what the law said. It's 6 days in a week. Why do you have to do this today? He worried about some law and some tradition. And this woman is bound and beaten. And the Lord said, what is tradition got to do with this woman's condition? He said, you know what he told him? He called him a hypocrite. In verse 15, he said, now, you saying that today. If your ox needed something to drink, you get him some water. You're more concerned about animals than you are individuals. And that certainly ought not be an indictment that the prosecuting attorney of eternity can serve on anybody in the Lord's church. That we're more concerned about things than we are people. concerned about stuff than we are somebody. He wants us, he said, you won't know how to act right. He said, I tell you what, love the Lord with all your heart, mind, soul. He said, one more thing, love your neighbor. Jesus said, just try to get them two right.